Do you ever have trouble on how to use pistols in Valorant or wonder what to buy on pistol rounds? Well, fret not because you came to the right place. Hello everybody, I am Stray and today I'm going to be talking all about pistols and how to use them. Pistols are extremely prevalent in Valorant, with there being 2 pistol rounds in a match and plenty of eco rounds. If you win a pistol round, you also get another bonus round to win, because the opponents will be on an eco right after and that gives you a very high chance of winning said bonus round. Essentially, if you win both pistol rounds, you get 2 free round wins. Pistols also appear in a lot of rounds where your team can't buy, so you guys need an eco. Learning how to master pistols is a great skill set that will actually build great habits and further your growth as a player. I guarantee if you get good at using pistols, your gunplay ability will grow with any gun, not just pistols. With that said, let's get into it. For our question of the day, I want to ask you, what single ability that is not an ultimate is the strongest in the game? For me, I have to say Raze's paint shells. This grenade is a total pain in my behind. It's so annoying that it deals so much chip damage in such a wide radius and can instantly remove your shields at the beginning of the round. Also the fact that it can completely one-shot your entire team if thrown in the right spot. It's insane for stopping pushes, killing spike planters, and clearing people hiding in corners. This to me for sure has to be the single strongest non-ultimate ability for me. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Getting into the video, like I said in the beginning, learning how to use pistols will increase your skills vastly with any gun. When you are using the pistol, it really shows the extent of your gunplay. It makes you really focus on good habits like in first shot accuracy, headshots, and movement, since pistols aren't automatic fire and you can't rely on the spray. Let me explain about these 3 a little more in depth. For first shot accuracy, this refers to when you click to fire your first shot. Obviously, ideally, you want your first shot to be placed on their head, but it's a lot easier said than done. There are multiple factors that might make this extremely difficult, such as the enemy moving, you moving while shooting, shooting too early, or your crosshair simply is not on the target and flying everywhere while you panic. For this one, it's hard to say in general without watching a replay. If you do feel like something is wrong with your gameplay and you can't quite put a finger on it, I definitely recommend going to ProGuides.com and having a coach check out your VOD to review with you. They'd be glad to assist you with whatever problems you have and will be sure to find ways for you to improve. Go check out the website if you haven't already. Next is another problem I see in lower elo. People are just so used to using an automatic weapon that they decide to spam shots on the body. This simply put is not the way to use pistols, as they are extremely inaccurate when spammed. Now I'm going to tell you something very important. The biggest tip I can give you for pistols is to not spam. I want you to aim and tap for headshots even if it literally kills you in the game for doing so. Unless you know for a fact the enemy is like 10 HP, please don't spam your pistols for body shots, for the love of God. Keep your tapping at a steady 120 to 150 BPM. In pistol rounds, remember to keep calm and tap strong. Third, I want to cover movement. Movement is another fantastic way pistols help you improve as a player. Learning how to counter-strafe effectively and consistently weaving in and out of cover will make you a lot more trickier to hit. I definitely recommend going into the training range for a few minutes and just practicing clicking heads with a ghost or sheriff while counter-strafing left to right. If you learn how to do this with pistols, then this will immediately translate to assault rifles and gun rounds will be a breezy cakewalk in the park for you. That's how the saying goes, right? For a lot of you, including myself, we like to crouch when we encounter enemies. This too is not a great habit and results in being an easier target to shoot. Always try to have good flowing movement that leads to quick kills and then moving back to cover. This is a key fundamental in Valorant. So if you aren't confident in using your pistols and aren't proficient in them, you might have a glaring weakness you want to train and practice more in one of those 3 categories I mentioned above. By doing so, you'll be on your way to becoming a more rounded and better player mechanically. And again, please don't spam your pistol. If I catch any of you spamming your pistol for body shots, I will type very mean, disparaging comments about your mother in all chat. As nice of a lady she is, just don't do it. A bonus segment that I want to add is actually about the classic. While there are many complaints about this pistol not being as accurate as it maybe should be, it's still very strong with its right-click burst fire ability. Remember to be using it at close range when enemies are running into your crosshair. The one-shot capability is amazing and it needs to be utilized. Also, if you're playing around cover, jump shooting with the burst fire is very viable. Remember to jump peek for information, and if you do see them, you can either jump burst fire or swing out on enemies. Know your options and outs. Don't underestimate how powerful the burst fire ability is. It can even one-shot a full shielded opponent at close range, so playing in corners or smokes is very strong with the classic actually. And so with that covered, let's go into each agent and see what they should buy. Now just a little disclaimer at the beginning, this isn't necessarily something you have to follow every time, but more so just to use as a reference point so you can use it in the future. This is a very general list, not really going over specific maps or versus specific comps. Starting with Breach on our list, we're going to be going in alphabetical order and listing both the attacking and defending buys. On offense, this destructive disruptor of an agent would like to buy his lovely flashes, as those are great for opening up areas for his team. I'd consider light shields and 2 flashpoints a very effective buy on the attacking side. Breach's main role is to support his team by creating space with his utility, so with 2 flashes it makes his job a lot easier. On the defensive end, Ghost is fine along with Flashpoint and Aftershock, but if you're looking to play more aggressive with your team on the defending side, then the same thing as on offense, 2 flashes and light shields. Aftershock, while not being too much of a priority, is also great for stalling pushes and stopping default bomb plants. Second up, we have our favorite veteran, Brimstone. For Brimstone on attacking, you can either go Ghost or Classic here. What's important is that you're able to get all 3 smokes, as it's Brimstone's job to smoke off site for his team. Now you can actually opt to go completely full utility with 3 smokes, molly, and stim beacons, but you have to know how to fully use his molly. His molly is really good for clearing corners and playing post plant on attack, but it's very expensive on the pistol round at 300 credits. If you're not familiar with the lineups, I'd advise you to skip it and go for shields or the ghost instead. On defensive side, same thing with the molly. If you're expecting a full fast rush, molly is a great tool to stop that. Otherwise, I would say ghosts and 3 smokes are pretty good. Coming in third is Cypher, our lovable hat guy, and he's good with both Ghost and Classic. For attack, if you're going for the Classic, light shields with 1 trapwire and 2 cyber cages should be the buy. Cyber cages are very versatile in smoking areas and to move up with, and 1 trapwire should be enough to watch the flank. If you're going with the Ghost, then you just have 1 less cage and no shields, which is just fine. On defense, double cyber cage is a must. I'd recommend anything along that line with either Classic double cage and trapwire or Ghost and double cage. For the annoying Wind Girl in 4th, she loves attacking and taking duels. On offense, Ghost will give her more offensive power. Along with Ghost, 3 Cloudbursts is it, unless you're looking to get tricky. Then you can substitute a Cloudburst for Updraft. For defense, same thing, but on defense there might be more areas to use Updraft depending on where you play. For example, on a Haven A or B, there are multiple places for Jet to fly up to. Try to know what you'll be doing in the round and where you'll be positioned to see if Updraft will be useful in the round. In 5th, we have our spooky ghost, Omen. On attack, Ghost Paranoia and Shrouded Step. I don't think you need more than 1 Shrouded Step here, and Paranoia ever since the buff is amazing at flashing enemies. On defense, same thing unless you feel like some trickery can be done with 2 Shrouded Steps, but I'm still feeling Ghost here most of the time. For our fiery boy Phoenix coming in 6th, on offense both Ghost and Classic are fine depending on what you want. Normally with Phoenix, you're playing aggressive and taking first contact, so I actually do prefer the Ghost a lot more. I normally need just 1 flash, as that could secure me the first kill and open up a bomb site. With the Ghost, long range duels are a little bit more favorable, and on the attacking side, that will happen a lot more. So I like the Ghost a lot on offense. For defense, the double flash is nice for attackers running into your site and you can flash them. However, if you do like to play longer angles, Ghost and 1 curveball is just fine. In 7th, we have Sage. Sage is one of those characters where utility matters a lot. On offense, I normally always buy the wall, so the choice is either between if I'm feeling slow orbs or light shield more. On attack, I less often buy slow orbs, as I like the little bit of tankiness to survive on Sage to last longer in the round. On defense, I normally tend to just go wall and double slow orb and save the remaining 200 credits. Slow orbs are extremely useful in stopping big pushes, so with 2, you're able to delay a lot longer. In 8th, the Russian Deadeye Sova is here. Attacking, I like Ghost and Drone. The drone is super tanky and hard to kill on pistol rounds, providing great info and acting as very good bait when opponents shoot at it. Shock darts are a little bit inconsistent on offense, so I tend to stay away from those on pistol rounds, but that isn't to say they aren't effective. On defense, shock darts I think are a little bit better, as if they are group pushing, you can get some pretty good chip damage out of them. For defense, I think Ghost double shock dart is a great buy. 9th is the explosive lady Raze. For Raze, there's not really a bad buy for her. On attack, I recommend Armor Boombot and Double Satchel, as having 2 satchels are great for clearing corners defenders might be hiding in. On the defensive end, same thing unless you prefer the Ghost, but you'll be losing out on a satchel. Boombot is great for scouting out enemies if they are on your side of the map, and satchels are great for stopping incoming pushes. Of course, you also have your paint shells to throw and completely decimate the enemy team. And the newest agent so far, Rana, is coming in 10th. This duelist really likes fighting, and her kit is solely based on the fact that she'll get kills. So on the attacking side, always go for Ghost, Leer, and a Devour stack. Rana really wants kills, and after a kill, you can suck the living life out of your opponent. With a Ghost, you're giving yourself more firepower and more killing power to start your snowball with, as you can devour and overheal. On the defensive end, same thing. You want to play aggressive as can be and try to get kills so you can overheal to take more fights. And coming in last, just like on all the tier lists, it's Viper. On attack, our Snake Lady loves her snake bites. I'd recommend going Light Shields, Double Snake Bite, and Poison Orb. Snakebite recently got buffed a little bit, so it's really good for clearing corners on offense. Make sure to be using this to clear common hiding spots on defense to flush the enemy out. On defense, anything is good, but I tend to like the Ghost a little bit more. You're going to be doing one-way smokes anyways, so getting a little bit more killing power with the Ghost is better in my opinion. And with this, we've come to the end of our video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and learned something and ultimately became better players after watching this video. I really look forward in seeing your improvement, so please tell us about if these videos helped or not in the comments below and what videos you'd like to see in the future. Please consider supporting us through liking and subscribing if you did enjoy. As always, thanks for sticking around. My name is Stray, and I'll catch you later, alligators. Peace.